What's up, guys? Welcome back to Horsepower and Pizza. My name is Bailey, if you are new to the channel. This is not a video that I plan on making anytime soon. Something came up the other day which made me think about something. With anything you do, see, my whole thing is I preach, build it for you. Do what you want to do. Don't listen to what anybody else has to say. Do what you want to do and do what makes you happy. You can do that 100% of the time. You are always going to have at least one person that does not want to see you succeed, does not agree with what you are trying to do, doesn't agree with your choices, whatever. They're just going to be against you. It could be one person, it could be a whole group of people, it could be family, it could be a friend, it could be somebody you don't know. That's something we see a lot as YouTubers, social media in general. There's always going to be somebody commenting something negative or disagreeing with what you have to say. I started Horsepower and Pizza 2 years ago as a release, something I could do when I got home from a stressful day at work. I enjoy making videos. I like creating content. I like that people enjoy watching my videos for the most part. It's just something fun for me to do. I enjoy cars, I enjoy pizza, boom, throw it all together. There we go, started a little business alongside it. I'm gonna stop tiptoeing around the subject of this video, bullying. I still have friends that joke around and mess around with me, like kind of tease me about making videos and whatever. It doesn't bother me anymore. The internet is not a place for somebody with thin skin. You kind of have to have thick skin if you're going to go out and put yourself on video and put yourself on the internet. It doesn't really bother me anymore, but when I was 16, I guess, 15, 16, I got bullied a lot in high school, like to the point where the school switched my schedule around 2 or 3 times my sophomore year, just trying to get me out of the same classes as people that were bullying me. I can't really speak for anybody who grew up in the 80s, 90s, or even before that, but growing up in the 2000s, there really wasn't too much physical bullying. It was more psychological, with just saying mean things and trying to get inside other people's heads, which is exactly what psychological warfare is all about. And I think social media has made that a whole lot worse over the past 5 to 10 years, because you can hide behind a screen, you can hide behind a keyboard, and you can say whatever you want. And with that, you have a lot of people that think there's no consequences for the words that they say online, and that's far from the truth. There was actually a girl, I was in middle school at the time, there was a girl that I went to school with that got arrested for making threats on MySpace or Facebook, one of the two. Bullying is not something that I take lightly. I know I'm not the nicest person 100% of the time, but over the past few years, I have definitely taken steps to try to become a better person and a nicer person, both online and in person. The most important thing is that you just ignore it. You give them a reaction. That's what they want out of you. I'm not selling this car, but please stick around to hear what I have to say. The title of today's video came from a comment on a video I posted about 2 weeks ago. It was one of the first videos of the car. I woke up to a comment the other day, and this dude's telling me I should just sell the car because I'm whining about what's wrong with the bumper, and I'm not a true BMW enthusiast. I should just sell the car. I'm not a car enthusiast. I give BMW people a bad name. I wake up very early to go to work, and that was the first thing I saw when I turned on my phone. I was like, why are you so mad? And that just set him so far over the top. He lost it. That's when he started calling me all kinds of different names that I don't care to repeat, and the comment's still on the video if you want to go see it, telling me that I'm stupid and I'm not a true BMW enthusiast. This is somebody I've never met, mind you. That's why social media is hilarious to me, because you're going to judge somebody you've never met and make all kinds of assumptions and comments about this person, trying to belittle them. And it doesn't bother me because I've dealt with it long enough that, like, after he went off on me again, I said, you know what, I'm not even going to waste my energy to respond to this guy, because he's just going to continue to get angrier and angrier. Got another comment on that video a few hours later, and I was like, oh, here we go again. But it was somebody else pretty much defending me, jumped in and said overly combative YouTube comments make all car people look bad. Mr. Rogers, this made me laugh because I grew up watching Mr. Rogers. I'm sure some of you are too young to remember Mr. Fred Rogers, but he is from Pittsburgh, which I didn't actually know until I moved to Pittsburgh. Mr. Rogers wanted you to be a kind person, be a neighbor. I just thought it was funny that whoever commented had tied that into their comment because it was actually pretty relevant. I think a lot of the times that people start picking on people and bullying on people, it stems from jealousy, or not even so much jealousy as just anger with something that's going on in their own life. I always try to remember everybody's going through something and you might not know the half of it. As someone that's picking on somebody, the person you're picking on may already be going through things that are far beyond anything you have ever known, and they don't need your crap. Whereas the person being picked on, they can shrug it off and they can say, the person that's picking on me may be going through something at home or at work or at school or wherever it might be elsewhere in their life that they don't know how to handle it, so they lash out on others. At the end of the day, you can build it for you all you want, do whatever you want. Not everybody's going to agree with it, as I had previously said. Brush it off, ignore it, and go about your day, do what makes you happy. And I'm not selling this car. I'm going to continue to do what makes me happy. But the fact that somebody would even tell me to sell the car, and I mean, if you're going to listen to somebody that you don't know trying to interject ideas into your head and into your life, it's just, people make me laugh. I don't understand, but I'm sure if he sees this video, he's going to comment on this and try and tear me up in the comments too, so you might want to stay tuned for that. That might be more entertaining than the video. I'm heading into my favorite section of Backroads currently, so I'm going to rip those, go home and edit this, and I will see you guys later this week. Peace out, and build it for you.